Good evening, everyone. This is James McCray. My topic for this evening will be on three subjects. Matter of fact, it will be the first one will be on charity. The second one will be growing the body of Christ, and my third one will be on loving thy neighbor and thy neighborhood. My purpose for this is to provide information to the audience on the importance of giving back to, I guess you could say, lower income or to urban communities per se. Quite a few sources I will use. My first source will be a book by Brian Stevenson. It's called Just Mercy. Be quoting from there. Also, I will be quoting from his website. It's called EJI.org under the poverty section. EJI.org. For those who want to, look it up yourself. Also, will be quoting a Yoruba proverb at the end of my conclusion. Without further delay, I'm gonna jump right into it. Charity. Charity is defined as the willingness to help. That's it. The willingness to help. The Bible gives us a great definition on charity in Galatians chapter 5. I define charity as simply giving to someone who's unable to give back in the way you gave to them. I remember growing up in these particular urban areas, and this is the reason why I chose this topic, because I can relate to it, in a personal way. I remember growing up in these communities and not seeing a lot of charity happening, because most adults, even some children, were trying to make ends meet on their own, was trying to survive and take care of their family. So it wasn't really a lot of giving and resourcefulness going on in the community, even though it was all one body. Which brings me to my next point: the body of Christ. The body, what is it? Obviously, we have a body. The body is made up of different components, but we need all parts to survive. It's made up of different components, but we need all parts to function. Likewise, the body of Christ consists of many different color, races, different people, different talents, but we all need each other to be one body. That's the great thing about a body. We need each part. The hands and eyes, they do different things, but they both need each other. They both function with one another. The Bible in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, I believe, verse 12 to 27, gives us a great example, a breakdown of the Bible. I believe that some of these churches in these communities as well are lacking that type of ministry to grow the body and to minister unto the people on the streets rather than just the people in the church every Sunday. Which brings to my last point, which is loving thy neighbor and thy neighborhood. Love is charity. Charity is the willingness, as I explained earlier, the willingness to help. If all of us in this world are willing to help one another, no matter if you're doing better or worse than the next man, we will be one complete healthy body. Imagine that. We'll be one complete healthy body if we're all willing to help one another. That's what's missing. Which brings to my conclusion. I like to quote a Yoruba proverb. You can look this up, Yoruba. In a state, it goes like this: a river that forgets its roots or its source will surely dry up. A river that forgets its source will surely dry up. What does that mean? That means if we forget not only where we came from, but if we forget people along the way, if we forget our neighbors, to give to our neighbors, if we forget to give charity to one another, if we forget to love our neighborhoods and our neighbors, we will surely dry up. We need each other. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.